Picture this, two Hollywood legends standing face to face in what would become one of the most unexpected confrontations in entertainment history. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a switchblade. When word leaked that Paul Newman and Chuck Norris would finally settle their rivalry in the ring, Hollywood went absolutely ballistic. This wasn't just another celebrity boxing match, this was the collision of two completely different worlds, two contrasting philosophies that had been simmering beneath the surface for years. The backstory? Both men had carved their names into legend through vastly different paths. Newman, the cool-headed method actor with surprising athletic prowess, versus Norris, the disciplined martial arts champion who'd conquered both competition and cinema. Their mutual respect had always carried an undercurrent of curiosity. What would happen if acting's golden boy faced off against martial arts' ultimate warrior? Newman entered the arena with that trademark swagger that had made him a legend. At 6 foot with the lean, athletic build of a natural competitor, he moved with the confidence of a man who'd never backed down from a challenge. This was someone who'd done his own stunts, raced professional cars, and carried himself like danger was just another Tuesday. His strengths were deceptively lethal. Newman possessed natural boxing instincts that shocked even seasoned trainers. Those piercing blue eyes weren't just for show. They read opponents like scripts, anticipating moves before they happened. His left hook carried the kind of snap that comes from years of physical conditioning, while his footwork showed the grace of someone who understood rhythm and timing. But here's where Newman's Hollywood background created fascinating contradictions. His acting experience gave him incredible mental composure under pressure. He could maintain that icy cool even when taking punishment. Years of motorcycle racing had honed his reflexes to razor sharpness. The man knew how to perform when the lights were brightest and the stakes were highest. Yet Newman's greatest asset might also prove his weakness. His fighting style relied heavily on intelligence and adaptation, reading opponents, finding their patterns, exploiting their mistakes. This cerebral approach had served him well in controlled environments, but against a pure warrior like Norris, overthinking could become paralysis. Newman's conditioning, while impressive for a Hollywood star, hadn't been tested against someone whose entire existence revolved around physical preparation. His technique was sound, but learned, not forged in the fires of competitive combat. When Norris stepped through the ropes, the very air seemed to change. This wasn't just another fighter. This was a man who'd built his entire identity around being physically superior to everyone in the room. His 6-foot frame carried the kind of functional muscle that came from decades of serious martial arts training, each fiber developed for maximum efficiency. Norris brought something Newman had never faced, the mentality of a true competitor. His Tang Soo Do mastery gave him devastating kicking power. Those legs were weapons honed through millions of repetitions. His tournament record was staggering, multiple world championships, with a fighting style that simply crushed opponents through technical superiority and relentless aggression. The psychological warfare was equally intimidating. Norris possessed that rare ability to remain completely calm while systematically dismantling opponents. He'd faced the best fighters in the world and emerged victorious. This wasn't acting, this was his life's work. His training regimen was the stuff of legend. Stories circulated about 1,000 kick sessions, hours of conditioning that would hospitalize normal humans, the kind of dedication that bordered on fanaticism. Norris could maintain peak intensity for extended periods, a crucial advantage in any prolonged battle. But even Norris had vulnerabilities. His traditional martial arts background emphasized form and technique over the gritty, unpredictable nature of real combat. Against an unconventional opponent like Newman, his textbook approach might encounter scenarios his training hadn't prepared him for. When the bell rang, Newman started his psychological game. He moved with trademark coolness, hands low, eyes locked on Norris with unsettling intensity. He was studying, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Norris, calm and methodical, began asserting control. His stance was flawless, every step designed to cut off angles and force the fight into his preferred range. 2 minutes in, Newman feinted left and landed a sharp right cross on Norris's jaw. The crowd gasped. Norris answered instantly. A low kick swept Newman's leg, followed by a glancing right. The rhythm was set. Newman's unpredictability versus Norris's textbook technique and conditioning. By round 3, Newman was under Norris's skin. His style, part boxing, part instinct, part performance, frustrated the martial artist. He faked injuries, sold feints with an actor's flair, and smiled mid-fight, disrupting Norris's timing. But Norris adapted. His experience took over, and Newman's movements began to slow. The wear was showing. Round 6 brought the turning point. Newman, sensing the momentum shift, launched a brilliant combo, a jab, body hook, and straight right. But Norris was ready. He slipped the jab, blocked the hook, and closed in. In his range, he landed a crushing knee and a flurry that sent Newman stumbling to the ropes. For the first time, Newman looked vulnerable. Still, Newman fought on. Hurt, behind on points, he used his ring IQ to survive, tying Norris up and stalling the pace. His corner knew the odds, but also knew Newman's greatest weapon, refusal to quit. In round 8, Newman surged. He attacked with desperation and heart, his combos fueled by grit. But Norris endured. His conditioning allowed him to absorb the barrage, counter, and keep advancing. Round 9 saw Newman's last stand. A left hook staggered Norris, a right cross opened a cut. For a moment, it seemed Newman might pull off the impossible. But Norris ended it with authority. A spinning back kick and a brutal combo dropped Newman to one knee. He rose at 8, but the end was near. When the final bell rang, they embraced, warriors to the core. The judges gave it unanimously to Norris, who controlled the fight with discipline and conditioning. But Newman had earned respect, proving that courage and heart can trouble even the most prepared fighter. Norris left as victor, but both left as legends.